So when Shane Smith was in, we were talking about HitchBOT, which we hadn't talked about in a while.
Yeah.
Now, Nate, I need you to pull up a image I sent you.
Let's see the fucking HitchBOT.
Hold on. This is the last known photo of HitchBOT while alive.
All right, I want to
Now,
see
Nate,
this
can you
shit.
pull up the photo I just emailed you?
Because the fucking HitchBOT got...
Now, who is that?
What the fuck?
On Fox News,
What?
Mike Harrington was the last man to see HitchBOT alive.
Bullshit.
I think he killed HitchBOT. This asshole killed HitchBOT.
Look, why the police need to do due diligence, because when you have a picture and the name of the last person seen with the fucking robot, you don't just fucking let that guy go.
So I was not the last person seen.
Really?
That's not what Fox News says.
I was the last person to see HitchBOT alive was the gentleman from the YouTube channel Prank versus Prank.
Pull up a picture of those gentlemen.
Is that the guy fucking... Is that family that said it's just a prank, bro? Was that them?
That was Daddy 05.
Oh, wait, no, yeah, they just beat their children, not robots.
Yeah.
So no.
Now, so why did you deliver HitchBOT to this murderer?
So
How much did he pay? Now, for those who don't remember, HitchBOT was a robot that hitchhiked across Canada through Boston, somehow found himself in Mike Harrington's car, and then was raped and murdered.
It also made it through most of Northern Europe too, like Iceland, Greenland, all that.
Probably got a lot of pussy out there.
So
Fuck yeah.
Those bitches are sexually aggressive.
yeah, so this fucking asshole.
So this guy, that seems like a guy you would hang out with. That
Come
looks
on,
like
man.
Luke on meth.
Luke on roids. I got HitchBOT. I on a Friday night, like I went up, I saw it was stuck in Boston. I met up with the guy who had HitchBOT in Rhode Island. Mm-hmm. And then we kept going back and forth through Twitter, through the DMs. He put me in contact with the guy who took it to New York. And I met that guy
You slid into a stranger's DMs.
Hell yeah.
And picked up a hitchhiker.
Hell yeah.
That's okay. A robotic fucking hitchhiker. Go ahead.
So I picked up HitchBOT at St. Patrick's Cathedral, brought it back home. My intention was to then start
Fuck its
driving.
mouth.
No, it didn't have a fuckable mouth.
I mean, I'm sure you could find something to put that fucking Asian penis of yours in there.
I mean, it did have like the nice little glove hands if I cut a big enough hole. So I take it home. My intention is to head out the next day. However, I couldn't get it to start up. So there was
HitchBOT or your car?
HitchBOT. So I contacted the people from Rogers University in Toronto. They flew a guy down to fix HitchBOT. While it was staying at my place, the GPS kept telling people
like
where it was.
Grinder
So
situation.
weird people kept showing up to my house wanting to see.
Did you have sex with any of the scientists?
No, none of this. So long story short, I get it up and running by that Friday.
Hold on. What does it mean when HitchBOT is up and running?
It means that they came down and just basically replaced its battery, right? So
But what did it do when it was up and running?
I mean, it was.
You were hanging out with this guy for days. You don't know anything about his life. Does it talk about anything? This is when you were still drinking.
So no, I was sober for quite some time.
You were sober, and this led to a robot's death.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
So actually, the person who most loved HitchBOT was my ex fiance's like senile old grandma. Like she could barely speak anymore. She didn't know what was going on, and she would talk to the robot. It would talk back to her, and it made her so happy. She was like crying tears of joy to have met this robot.
really
We got a couple of nice pictures with her. So we take this thing on the road.
Now hold on. I just want to point something out. Notice how that photo was from Fox News, right? Mike's ex was Latina, and I assume her grandmother was too. That's why they didn't show those photos of an abuela elated with HitchBOT.
So sad.
They got to hit the demos.
Philly.
Yeah.
So the we were gonna take it down to Phil, like on its list of places that it wanted to go. Washington D.C. was the closest one.
Wait, hold on. You're talking about this fucking robot like it had like an AI, a sentient fucking thing.
No.
Hold on, Nick. As a tech reporter, I want to get your.
Yeah, no.
Is AI a real thing yet?
Well, also, is Mike a murderer?
So far, it sounds like he's a murderer. Yeah, I've yet to be
At
convinced.
the very least,
otherwise.
manslaughter. Okay,
Yeah.
so you got the list
Bot
of
slaughter.
things that a scientist wrote the fucking robot wanted to go to.
Scientist.
Yeah. Scientist from Rogers University. That's a state-funded university. So,
HitchBOT was basically. Can you bring up a picture of 2XL, the robot
dog,
cassette player?
I wish it was as cool as 2XL. Like 2XL worked. It had
it
buttons
3XL?
on it that you could interact
Don't
with.
speak ill of the dead.
So this fucking thing was just Google Voice in a Home Depot paint bucket with like
It
an
was just an
LED
Alexa.
light set.
It was just an Alexa.
No, it wasn't even that advanced. It was legit just like Google Voice. It would repeat back what you said. Oh man, dude, how fucking cool was 2XL?
You mean Whacker Teddy Ruxpin? Not
No.
that cool.
Chill, B. It had the light up eyes. Thing was great. So like this thing sucked essentially. We take it down to my plan was to take it down to DC. I had 3 friends in the car with me.
Why did you even do all of this? I don't understand. First of all, I don't understand how we're just getting to this.
Yeah, this is shocking.
This is what I want to run back. This is how. First of all, you're trying to get promoted to Nate, who's been promoted to Bronx Johnny on the Real Ass Podcast. You're trying to get promoted to Nate, but you can't be promoted to Nate because Nate's been promoted to Bronx Johnny, but we need a better Nate. This is crazy. Exactly. Now you don't even want to hang out with this robot.
I love the robot. My friends were a little sick of the robot.
How long was the robot with you?
The robot total, I picked it up on a Sunday. I dropped it off on a Friday.
Wow, over a week.
No, that's 5 days.
Never mind. Go ahead.
And then, so its next destination was DJ.
So wait a second.
What?
In this analogy, as far as it goes to Gas Digital, Michael Bisping is you, and everybody else hates the robot, which is you.
Sure, I guess.
Fucking through the looking glass here. This is an episode of Black Mirror waiting to happen.
Sick.
This is delightful. So I get it down to Philadelphia. I wanted to take it all the way to DC. My friends were like,
Philadelphia.
yo, we're going to take it to the art museum, let it run the Rocky steps, right? Like we did the pose with fucking HitchBOT
really
in
nice.
front of Rocky. It was nice. We got
It's just Flat Stanley, but fat. It's Fat Stanley.
so we got to the top
You
of
just hit me with the fucking bra button, man. That sucks.
we got to the top of the steps, like of the children's museum, like where Rocky like does the whole thing.
yeah.
And I see this prank versus prank guy, and he's flying a drone while on a hoverboard.
So he just happened to be there.
Yeah, he was just there,
But he seemed more technologically savvy than you.
He was being the worst, dude. He had a fucking light up hoverboard going back and forth with a drone flying over him.
And you were just like,
And
here, take this robot.
he was getting footage, and so what he did was he turned on his Periscope. He's like, "Oh, this is wild." And he like puts on Periscope, and I was
Periscope,
like,
what year is this?
2015, I guess. So me and
Oh, and Stanley's still just bitter because he got thrown off Periscope.
Yeah, I got fucking shadow banned. I said cunt too much, and I think I disparaged mentally deficient people.
So I talked to this guy for a minute or two, and I'm like, yeah, I tried Periscope with this thing. Like, it's kind of a fun idea because I did like hashtag like I have HitchBOT, and like a couple hundred people like tuned into my Periscope. It was kind of cool.
Fuck yeah.
This guy has like 500,000 people watching him while he's like doing this like
dicking
dumb.
around,
Yeah. So I was like, oh shit, like this will be the guy to get it over the hump. Like I heard about it through Kevin Smith. I wasn't doing anything else on a Friday night because I was sober. I was drinking, I'd be cooler,
Just
obviously.
all fat bearded guys talk to each other.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we got a code.
Oh, what's the code?
That's it. So we get to I get to talking to this guy, and I'm like, this is gonna put it over the top. He makes one video with this thing. Everybody's gonna be clamoring to get their hands on it to help it along on its journey.
Oh, you're just trying to ditch HitchBOT.
Well, no. So
You're DitchBot.
Oh my god. You know what? Hold on.
So I just wanted to get this thing across the country, right? So I figured this was the best possible person I could leave it in the hands of. What could possibly happen to it with this many eyes on HitchBOT? So I helped him load it up into his truck. He picked up his other buddy who was like a YouTuber. They were driving around making videos with it all night. I go back to New York. I'm thinking I just did a good thing, right? Like I helped this little robot get
Hold
from
on.
New York.
I want that Fox News photo turned into a video and the radio star meme before this episode comes out, please.
Okay. So I get back and I'm thinking I'm doing all right and everything, and I looked at the GPS tracker. The same way that people found where my house was, I checked to see where this thing was. I was like, this guy definitely gave it to like one of his fans who has probably already gotten it to DC. Like, this is going to be really cool to see all the photos.
Oh yeah, just to fucking just see HitchBOT living its best life.
That was my plan.
Yeah.
So I saw it was still in Philadelphia in Old City, and I had my friend Rebecca, who lived like in that neighborhood. It was the only person I knew who lived in Philly. I was like, yo, can you go check this spot to like make sure it's okay? And she's the one who snapped a picture, like the famous picture of it, like destroyed with its like head ripped off in the weeds. Like that's my friend Rebecca's picture, and that ended up getting sent to like Fox News and CNN and all that.
I have some advice for you. The best laid plans of mice and men are often led.
All right, so you raped and murdered HitchBOT. That's
from of mice and men.
That was a long story to get to the point where you are a murderer. I'm complicit in a murder.
So this scumbag with a fucking hoverboard and a drone camera killed HitchBOT.
That's my best working theory. He then the next day put out a video where he's like, "Oh yeah, like I have the security footage of it being destroyed," and then he's like, "Oh no, it was a joke. I left it on a park bench and somebody else did it." This guy's the scumbag. This guy is the true killer, and he's out there, and nobody is doing anything to find him. You're just putting these false accusations on me.
You're gonna fucking pull this, and we're gonna add it at this dick fuck, and we're gonna fucking expose this asshole for killing fucking goddamn HitchBOT.
All right.